Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Harness News Update. I'm your host, Trey Colbeck. Little late start today on this Tuesday, April the 16th, but that's okay. We'll still cover all the race recaps from over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday around North America. And like always, we're here on a presenting sponsor, harnesslink.com, because harnesslink.com is the only harness racing website truly dedicated to covering news and events in the standardbred industry worldwide. We're also sponsored by HarnessBid, because HarnessBid is the game changer for the standardbred and harness racing bloodstock industry, provides buyers and sellers with an easy-to-use online platform that offers global reach, unparalleled transparency, and convenience for you, its customers. So check out harnessbid.com for more. And thank you to our friends at the USTA. Without them, none of this would be possible. If you missed Friday's episode, go back, scroll down and check that out. I talked with young up-and-coming driver Brett Beckwith. We had a quick chat about everything going on with him and some non-horse racing topics, which was fun, and he continues to roll along as well. In the recap, we'll also touch on last night's Borgata Series fifth leg and Friday night's Blue Chip Matchmaker, which I will talk about those finals on Friday's show, which is coming up, and also to make sure you keep an eye out for Harness News Update picks and analysis. Today, I talked about Oak Grove, which their post time is in about under 2 hours from now, 3 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Eastern. You can find that at harnesslink.com, or I believe the link is in the description. That will take you right to everything Harness News Update. So without further ado, let's kick off the recap action. We're going to go Friday night at Fraser Downs first. The first thing we'll I muted myself there. Yeah, here we go. 10,000, race 6. Preferred, a field of 5. Let's pick this up at the 3/4 mark. It's the out ends.
Hanover's on the outside of It'll Be Fine. Waiting on a River, 2 back in 4th. 5th, Pure Form, Mr. Toffee. 3/4, a dazzling 123 and 4 as they get set to wheel for home. Sunshine Boy's out there by 2. And down the lane they come. Sunshine Boy, It'll Be Fine. Waiting on a River. And Army Captain Hanover will have to do better. But Sunshine Boy wins it. It'll Be Fine second.
Yeah, it was a big win there by Sunshine Boy. This 6-year-old gelding by Sunshine Beach. Jim Marino trained. Scott Knight was in the bike in 152 flat. Also Friday night, Kelly Hort did get a grand slam, though. His first win was race 1 with Credit Is Magic at 4-1. He goes 158 flat. Hort would also win race 3 with Everyone's Hero. Wins by a neck in that one in 158 and 3. And he would also win races 8 and 9. Race 8 with Light My Shadow in 154 and 2. And 153 and 3 with Joe DiMaggio in race 9. And on keep an eye out Thursday, I'll have my picks for Thursday night racing at Fraser Downs. Next track we'll move on to is Freehold. Had racing on Friday and Saturday. On Friday, one driver had a hat trick, and that was Tyler Miller. He gets his first win in race 3 with Archetto Hanover at 159 and 2. This is the highlight we got up. No, we don't have that highlight. We have race 9. He'd also win race 4 with Don't Trip. And race 9, he would win with Miss Macy in 157 and 4. On to Saturday at Freehold. A couple American Harness Racing Drivers Club amateur races here. There's 2 of them. You know what? Race 5 was the first one. Let's pick this one up at 3/4 pole and see how it ends.
Locked in third with a perfect pocket trip is a wall Hanover. 3/4 at 130 and 1 on the final turn. Kicking away is Pills the Farsi, opens up by 3. He's trying to run away with it. On the outside, Archibald is gapping in second. On the inside, Wall Hanover moving around those 2 is Spirit Success. Top of the stretch, off stride. Pills the Farsi's going off stride. And then in the stretch, Pills the Farsi still there. On the inside, that's the Wall Hanover, but a deep stretch. He's going to Pills the Farsi at 26 million to 1. Finishing second was a Wall Hanover. Finishing third was Spirit Success. Archibald was 4. Time for the mile, 150.
Yeah, that was Pilsner Frosty winning it there in 2:03. I believe Hammer Creek, the one that went off stride there, did win, but got placed near the back there. So Pilsner Frosty would win with Pearly Allen in the bike. There was another American Harness Drivers Club Amateurs race in race 7. Let's see how this one goes.
Three-quarters at 131-1 on the final turn. Drawing away is Dingley, opens up by 3. On the outside, here comes My Big Cali with a late bid. Great gapping at third is King Cass. On the outside and taking fourth, now third is Shoemaker Hanover. Top of the stretch, they drive for home. Dingle is still there. On the outside for second is My Big Calic. On the far outside is Landia with Shoemaker, but a deep stretch. It's going to be Dingle drawing away by 3 and 4 and looking for more in front. Holding off for second is My Big Cadillac. In third was Shoemaker Hanover, and fourth was Landia. Time for the mile in 2:01 and 1.
Yeah, big 2:01 and 1 mile there for Dingle, 5-year-old mare by Explosive Matter. Newton Sheridan was in the bike for that one. Also on Saturday at Freehold, one driver gets a hat trick was Jim Moran Jr. He gets his first win in race 4 with Midnight Lightning in 157 and 4. He'd also win race 6 with JK Standing Ovation in 158 and 1. And race 10 would be his third with Exotic Sand. Wins by a neck here in 157 and 2. On to the Meadows. Had racing Friday and Saturday as well. We'll pick things up. The Open Trot was the first race, 19,200 up for grabs. Let's pick this up at the 3/4 mark.
From Killer Instinct, 3/4, 125 and 228 flat for the third quarter. The lead is down to 3 parts of a length for Jeffrey P. On the outside, Killer Instinct attacks. Racing third, Emerald's Legacy will wait for the passing lane. On the outside, stay close. Fourth, they turn for home. Jeffrey P. battling to hang on, but Killer Instinct still there on the outside now. Emerald's Legacy heads for the inside. Through the stretch, Jeffrey P. Emerald's Legacy gets the trip, gets the win. Emerald's Legacy in front in 154.
Yeah, Emerald's Legacy getting the job done there. Like you heard in 154 flat, Dave Pallone was in the bike for trainer Scott Betts. And Dave Pallone would actually, that'd be his first of 4. He'd also win race 3 with Kingston's Bad Boy, race 7 with Contact Zone in 154 flat, and his fourth and final win would come race 11 with Midnight Rebel in 155 flat. On to Saturday, the Open Pace was the feature race, first race of the day as well at the Meadows. Let's pick this up at the 3/4 mark.
Quarters 123 and 127 and 3/3 quarter. It's Lightning on the beach with a lead, but Rise and Shine Seaside stalks in second. White Cookie third, the Ideal Dancer fourth. Top of the stretch, they turn for home. Earplugs are popped on Rise and Shine Seaside. He comes to the outside. Lightning on the beach still there. Rise and Shine Seaside trying to get to him, but Lightning on the beach is strong. Rise and Shine Seaside, one last push on the outside. Rise and Shine Seaside close to the line, 151 and 2. Looks like the 5, Rise and Shine.
Yeah, it was Rise and Shine, just picking it up there. Ron Burke trained. Ronnie Wren Jr. was in the bike. That was another 19,200 up for grabs in the Open Pace. On Saturday at the Meadows, one driver got a hat trick, and that was Hunter Myers. You get 3 in a row, kicking things off in race 7 with Oki from Muskogee in 154 and 2 at 5-1. He'd also win race 8 with TF Rocketman, 31-1 in race 8, and then he would win with Ship Shape, at 6-1 in 154 and 2 in race 9. So big upsets there for Hunter Myers on Saturday at the Meadows. Next, we'll look at Buffalo Raceway. On Friday, one driver got a hat trick was Drew Monty. He'd get his first win in race 3 with Red Hot Sun in 2:01 and 3. That's a 6-1
Pirates trying to get
upset.
back to him now. Good boy.
And then yeah, he would also win race 8 with Silver Hill Blaze in 157 and 1. That's 8-1. And here in race 9, 12-1, Con Air Hall in 159 wins here by a neck, just holding off the competition. So big upsets there for Drew Monty as well on Friday. But on Saturday at Buffalo Raceway, we'll kick things off with the Open Trot. It was race 7. Let's pick this up at the 3/4 mark and see how it ends.
Junior 128-1 by 3/4. And Muskegum, fresh legs of Crazy Ritz on the outside. Blogmaster down on the inside. Power and Grace trying to still catch the cover. Valentine Express. And then you have Credit List and Nothing Tonight from Jack. He's back to the fail as they come for home. And it's Muskegum trying to see it all the way. Crazy Ritz off the dual qualifiers. A far outside, Power and Grace. Blogmaster up the passing lane. Muskegum holds them all off. What a mile she went. 158.
Muskegum in 158 with Joseph Chindano Jr. in the bike. That would actually be his third, and he would end the day with 3. Another driver would get 3 on Saturday at Buffalo Raceway, and that was Kevin Cummings. He would get his first in race 5 with Dogfight, wins by a neck in that one in 158 flat.
As they come up on an 1/8 of a mile.
Messed up the sound there. He'd also win race 6 with Alter Engon in race 6, and race 10, the highlight at 5-1. He would win with Bet 831 in 156 flat. Next track we'll look at is Hoosier Park. Had racing Friday, Saturday as well. Up on Friday, we'll kick things off. Some open 3 paces. We'll actually look at the second one first. Race 12. It's a purse of $16,000 up for grabs, and here it is at the 3/4 station.
Time 124. ER Rookie is the leader. Lots of knockers to the inside. Odds on Blockchain on the outside. Ultra Image is 4th. Then Quixote, followed by True Blue Lindy, and 6 again. Now down on the inside, Lots of Nakas comes on to take the lead from ER Rookie, who fights right back. On the far outside is Odds on Blockchain. It's ER Rookie, Odds on Blockchain here nearest the grandstand. ER Rookie, Odds on Blockchain in time. Odds on Blockchain the winner. ER Rookie, close third.
Yeah, it was Odds on Blockchain going in 151-1 with John DeLong in the bike. This is a 5-year-old gelding by JK End of an Era. And then I'll show the first one was race 5. It was won by Down by the Ocean in 152 flat. Wins by a neck here. We'll see how Kyle Wilfong in the bike. This would actually be his 3rd win on the day, and he would end the day with 5. Let's see how this race ends up.
124-2. They're into the stretch. Ike Stream now takes the lead. Always Tell the Truth. Captain Sleaze moving to the far outside and trying to rally up is Hello Sweetie Boy. Down on the inside, Down by the Ocean coming on through. 4 across the track inside the final 1/8 of a mile. On the inside is Down by the Ocean. On the outside, Captain Sleaze. Ike Stream between the pair. Down by the Ocean and Captain Sleaze. It's Down by the Ocean to win. Captain Sleaze was second with Ike's Dream and Always Tell the Truth.
A big win there. And then the last thing on Friday we'll look at is the open pace, 22,000 up for grabs, race 13. Here's the finish.
Top of the stretch. 3/4 time, 125-1. 29-1 that 3rd quarter, and Little Rocket Man is the one to catch. Spring in his step on the outside, Crooked Smile on the inside. Then Howard Hughes, Rip Wheeler, and Your Wish is Granted. Little Rocket Man still there, 2 lengths. Crooked Smile, Spring in his step. Your Wish is Granted to the inside. It's Little Rocket Man and Crooked Smile trying to come on one time, but it's not going to be enough. Little Rocket Man wins. Crooked Smile was second. Then Your Wish is Granted and Spring in his step.
Yeah, that was Little Rocket Man at 151-1. John DeLong again gets the win there. Little Rocket Man at 26-1 closing quarter. Wasn't even the fastest last quarter in the field, but this is an 8-year-old gelding by Rockin' Image. On to Saturday at Hoosier Park, the Trot Open, and there's also a Fillies and Mares Open pace we'll look at here. 1 second. First, the Open 3 Trot was race 4. Let's pick that up at the 3/4 station and see how the Open 3 Trot ends up.
Three-quarter time, 127-1. They're in the stretch. Talent Scout in front. Toys for You angles out and is trying to move up. Swing for the Fences 3rd. And then to the inside is I Know My Chip. Talent Scout still in front. Toys for You is trying to catch this leader in the stretch. Talent Scout hanging tough, though. Toys for You on the outside. It's Talent Scout and Clint Coy to win it. Toys for You was second. Third, Swing for the Fences. Photo for fourth. I Know My Chip, Sly Little Fox.
Yeah, the time was 1:54.3. There was actually a dead heat for fourth in that finish, but the winner, Talent Scout, 1:54.3. Clint Coy in the bike for trainer Doug Rideout. Talent Scout's a 4-year-old gelding by Swan for All, winning the Open 3 trot. The Open trot comes in race 8. 22,000 up for grabs. You know what? I'll tell you about it after. Let's see how it ends first.
(23-4), 28-2 third quarter. Flagman the leader. Muscle Dynasty on the outside. Famous Father is there. Renegade Gypsy needs some racing room. Then Tug and Coop as they come to the final eighth of a mile. Flagman, Muscle Dynasty now pressuring this leader. Flagman and Muscle Dynasty. Famous Father trying to close in. Then Tug and Coop. It's Flagman, Muscle Dynasty, and Flagman. Famous Father. It's a photo. Photo with Flagman and Muscle Dynasty. Famous Father was third. Tug and Coop fourth. 1:52.
Yeah, sorry, it was 1:52.2. It was Muscle Dynasty winning that one by a nose, beating out Flagman. Muscle Dynasty is a 6-year-old gelding by Muscle Hill. Michael Oosting was in the bike for trainer Tyler George. And then the one other thing here, the Fillies and Mares Open pace was a couple races earlier. This is an Open 2/3 pace, 18,000 up for grabs. Field of 7. Let's see this stretch drive.
First over and Electra second over. 3/4, 1:23-4. They're into the stretch. Hungry for Love in front. Skyway Brittany has been second and is trying to track down this leader. Rose Run Vision gets closer. Scorecard Dandy to the inside. They're coming to the final eighth of a mile. Hungry for Love, a length and a half. Skyway Brittany, Scorecard Dandy, but Hungry for Love is now opening up the lead. Hungry for Love gives Trace Tetrick 2 wins tonight. Skyway Brittany does hold second. It's a photo for third. Scorecard Dandy and Rose Run Vision, 1:50-3.
Yeah, 1:50-3 for Hungry for Love. Trace Tetrick getting the win for Ron Burke. Like you heard, the only other thing on Saturday was Marvin Luna gets a hat trick. He wins races 2. His first race win of the day was with Dude included in race 2 in 1:54-1. He'd also win race 5 with JK's Shining Star at 4-1 and win number 3 at with the favorite La Rock and Shania in 1:52-1. We'll move north of the border for a little bit here. Century Downs had racing Friday and Saturday as well. On Friday, Mike Hennessy gets a hat trick. He wins 3 races in a row, starting in race 2. Outlaw Above and Beyond goes wire to wire in 1:55 flat. He'd also win race 3 with Outlaw Spice Rum, wire to wire in 1:56 flat. And pretty much wire to wire took over the lead at the one quarter mark here with Bearcat Abigail in wins in 1:57. Rebecca Kanak trains this pacer, 7-year-old mare by Mystery Chase. And then also on Friday, race 6, Fillies and Mares Prefer, 12,500 up for grabs. Outlaw, Sharktastic, and Nathan Sobey wins in 1:55 flat, a 6-year-old mare by Smart Shark. Let's see how it ends, though.
A 27-3 third quarter. It's Outlaw Sharktastic by half a length. If Only I'd Known is trying to grind in the margin. Looking 3 high now is Goodbye, See You Later. Way out wide, Outlaw Alley Oops. Behind the wall is Outlaw Blue Isle. They turn for the payoff. Outlaw Sharktastic had something left in the tank. It's Outlaw Sharktastic up the inside. Outlaw Blue Isle, but it is Outlaw Sharktastic. Wire to wire. Second was Outlaw Blue Isle. Then If Only I'd Known. Sobey wins 2 in a row here. Outlaw Sharktastic in 1:55 flat.
That's everything from Friday. Let's move on to Saturday at Century Downs. The preferred was race 5, 12,500 up for grabs again. And a very well-known horse, Shark Week, makes his return. Second start of the year, first at Century Downs since their meet opened. Let's see how this race ends.
24-3, 28-2, third quarter. It's Shark Week. On the inside, Caro B. Bunsen staying right with them. Out in third, not gaining his Icy Blue Scooter. And then it is Redstone Arsenal. They turn for home. Shark Week going to the Jets now for Hennessy. Opens up 2.5 on Caro B. Bunsen. And then it is Icy Blue Scooter. Shark Week with lots left. He's going to sprint on home. And Shark Week a winner again here at Century Downs in 152-2.
And 152-2 there for the big mighty Shark Week. Mike Hennessy's in the bike for Rod Hennessy. I don't know what to do with that horse. Gets assigned post position, still wins. But also on Saturday, one driver gets a hat trick, and that was David Kelly, who wins races 1 and 2. But here's race 9, his third win. Why So Serious at 6-1. He trains and drives this 4-year-old horse by captive audience. They win in 155-1. But he also picked up the early daily double with Miss Moonshine in the first race and Retro's Mystery in the second. Now we'll move on to the Meadowlands. Had racing Friday and Saturday as well. On Friday, one driver gets a hat trick, and that's David Miller. His first win comes in race 3 with Winsun Mojito at 6-1 and 153-2. Corey Stratton trains this 5-year-old mare by He's Watching. But Miller would also win race 10 with Gandalf the Black. Oh, I like me some Lord of the Rings references. And race 14 with Anna's Wish in 152 even. Saturday at the Meadowlands, 2 drivers get hat tricks. Tim Tetrick's the first one. He wins race 3 to kick things off in a Hunt for Cash in 152 flat. He'd also win race 9 with Jack's Shadow in 150-1, and he would get his third and final win with Adam Crocker in 150-4. And then the other driver to get 3 on Saturday at the Meadowlands was Scott Zeron. He get his first win in race 4 with Tenacious Hanover, a Linda Toscano trained pacer in 153-1. Then he at 7-1, he would win with Outside the Fire in race 5, and Annette Lawrenson trained trotter. 7-1, 155-2 there. And then Zeron would get his third and final win in race 12 with American Dealer in 150-2. Up next, Woodbine Mohawk Park. Got a fair bit to cover here. Friday, Saturday, and Monday racing. On Friday, a lot of the Ontario Sired Spring Series kicked off for 3-year-old Colton Geldings and Pacer. Sorry, 1 second here. This is going to be our first one here. Race 2, the Ontario Sired Stakes Series trot for 3-year-old Colton Geldings, leg 1. 12. How much is that? 18,000 purse here. Let's see how it ends. We're going to pick them up at the half.
57-4 the opening half, 29-3 that second panel. Into the final turn, and it's Convoy Hall on that lead. Leading at a length and a half is Captain Vanya's second. Third inside to the Can-Am Banker. 2 likes now to come on Stanley. Fourth with 3/8 to go. Steamer is right there with them from in fifth, and Slaying the Day Away is tighten up the gap from in sixth now. They're on their way to 3/4, and Philly-on Let's Trot her. Convoy Hall get away from the field now to a 5-length lead, 3/4 of a mile, up in 127-1, and as they turn for home into a heavy rain now, it is Convoy Hall still there with a 4-length lead. Captain Vanya tipping out late from in second. Then inside third is the Can-Am Banker. Steamer up to fourth. They're in deep stretch coming into the final 1/8 of the mile. Still there with the lead, it is Convoy Hall. Clear of the field by 3 with Captain Vanya second, but clearly in a race for place as Convoy Hall will win with condescending ease yet again. Convoy Hall over Captain Vanya tight for show with a mile of 157-4.
Convoy Hall gets the win there. And then we got 3 splits. Hitting the wrong button here. 3 splits for the Pacers 3-year-old Colton Geldings first leg here. Race 3 is the first one. Let's pick this up at the half-mile station.
Fifth in at the rail, Manhawk. Shooting through sixth, Max Patrick. Then Tricky McWicky and trailing Better's Rush. 56-2 that first half, a 29-second second panel. Racing into the final turn, a 2-length lead with 3/8 to go. This is 4x4. Back into second is Logan Behold. Now third outside, Tamworth Boy. Time Envoy backing away. Outside from fifth into fourth now, drives up Manhawk. Wide coming out of the turn, but fifth outside comes Tricky McWicky now. 3/4 in 125-1, and they turn for home, trying to track down 4x4. And 4x4 widens out the lead to 3 lengths now. Tricky McWicky pacing up from the backfield, coming on with good late speed. Tamworth Boy in the center. Scooting up the rail late comes Max Patrick. In deep stretch, it's all 4x4. And 4x4 crushes here. 4x4 wrapped up to win by 4.5 lengths. Tricky McWicky, then Tamworth.
Yeah, big win there by 4x4. Sylvain Filion gets another win. He won the trotting one just a race prior. Let's now look at the second split race
Hanover
days.
getting underway sixth goes JMR Speakaway, and shooting the gap at the rail goes Rule of the West in seventh through a 57-2 first half. Into the final turn, and it's giggity up front by 2 lengths. Second at the inside tracks along Mr. Andrewchuk. Off stride went Geronimo Creek, and he scattered some of them in the backfield there. Geronimo Creek made a final turn break in stride, 3/4 in 126 now. And as they turn for the top of the stretch, it is giggity. Here's Brookdale J-Max second on the outside. Mr. Andrewchuk is behind them from in third. Coming into the final eighth, and it's still giggity up front by 2 lengths and beginning to draw away. Outside Brookdale J-Mac, in between is Mr. Andrewchuk. Here splitting through comes JMR Speakaway. It's giggity to come right back. He won it by 3 lengths. Second best was JMR Speakaway in 150.
So that was 156-2 for giggity. Probably a Family Guy reference. I'm thinking Tyler Borth was in the bike there. And then the third and final splits for the pacing here in the spring series was race 10. It was won by Warwi for Laura in 156-4. Tyler Borth in the bike again. Let's see how it ends.
Southwind Circuit, halftime in 57-3. They race into the far turn, chasing long shot Sailor's Shadow. Back into second is Southwind Circuit. Third inside to Porter's Man. Moonwalker coming with a rush. Warwi for Laura from the backfield starts to explode. Couple of them rough gated in the backfield. Your Party made a break, so did Ballykeel Painter. And the early leader, Sailor's Shadow, makes a final turn break in stride. So the field is traveling up to 3/4 now in 127-2, and the wind is carrying some of them sideways. It has to be. It's wild out there. Moonwalker on that lead. Here on the outside comes Warwi for Laura, and Warwi for Laura steamrolls by. Warwi for Laura takes off in deep stretch now and widens out the advantage to 5. A smack of the wheel disc from Borth for good measure, as Warwi for Laura will come to the line to win again. A recovery for Your Party, who is up to be second unofficially. Price Control.
Another win there for Tyler Borth with Ghostly Casper in 155-3. And that's all for the Ontario sired Spring Series. Now we have the Canadian Sire Graduate Series. First, there was one split for the Trotters. Race 6, 25,000 up for grabs 4-year-old Trotters here. Let's see how it ends.
From back and forth, fifth inside to Ghostly Casper. Looks like a good fella sixth, and trailing seventh is Mass Hysteria. Round the final turn, they go to 3/4 next, and Tuscan Prince begins to wedge. As Wah says, go to Tuscan Prince. Tuscan Prince gets into gear and comes after like chaos. Passerino starting to wedge from the pocket spot there. thought about it, but thinks better of it, drops right back into the 2-hole. 3/4 in 126 and 2, turning for home. Like Chaos comes into the stretch. Passerino second. Tuscan Princess first up from in third. Launched off cover, Ghostly Casper fourth now. Into deep stretch. And it's Like Chaos as Henry's got him up front by 3. Here's Ghostly Casper rushing up late on the grandstand side. Still there, Like Chaos. Ghostly Casper on the far outside at 6-1. Reaches up in his return race. Ghostly Casper as Borth never lifted a line. And Ghostly Casper scores in 155 and 3.
Yeah, big win there by Ghostly Casper. And then there's also the Canadian sired pace for 4-year-old mares here in race 9. This is the last thing we'll look at from Friday at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Talk Curdy to Me wins in 155 with James McDonald in the bike. Let's see how it ends here.
57 and 4. They're letting McNair get away with cheap panels here. Lady Get Lucky's up front, off just 57 and 4 first half speed. Miss Amber's in the pocket spot. Powder Play is revving up out of third now, picking up the cover. Talk Curdy to Me fourth. A gap of 2.5 and now 3 to Momentary Control there. She was losing ground on that turn there from in fifth. 6 behind her, Cheesy Smile, and trailing 7th, I'm a Doll. Down to 3/4 they go, chasing Lady Get Lucky. She's by that post in 126 and 3, 28 and 4 third quarter. Into the stretch comes Lady Get Lucky. Pressure from Powder Play. Talk Curdy to Me kicks off cover. Shooting the gap at the rail late comes Miss Amber. Here on the outside comes Powder Play. Coming after Lady Get Lucky, Talk Curdy to Me, and at the inside, Miss Amber. Here's Talk Curdy to Me, and the favorite delivers. Talk Curdy to Me gets up to win. Second was Powder Play, then.
Yeah, and then the last thing that's the last thing on Friday. Now we'll move on to Saturday. There was a Canadian Sire Graduate Series pace for 4-year-olds. First leg, race 2. Let's see how it ends.
Third, halftime, 56 seconds flat. To the far turn they go now, and it's Right Me Rose up front. No Control is right there second. Third inside to Speaker of Peace. Fourth is Nighttime Dancer. The fifth one is Rye. Here from last goes What You Looking At, accelerating quickly. 6 now. Right Me Rose on top. No Controls in the pocket. Here outside third is What You Looking At with cover. Nighttime Dancer to fourth. Fifth trapped in is Speaker of Peace. Underway comes Rye. 3/4 in 125 and 4. So a cheap middle half for Right Me Rose. 58 and 1 middle half speed. The Jets are on now. Right Me Rose accelerates away to a 2-length lead. No Control is second. He's really the only one who's got a shot, and it might be a mild shot at best. Right Me Rose digs in. No Control on the outside is sprinting with him, and these two are cut above the others in here as Right Me Rose delivers. No Control was second, then Speaker of Peace and Nighttime Dance.
Yeah, Right Me Rose wins in 152 flat with Doug McNair in the bike. And the last thing on Saturday we'll look at was the Preferred 2 pace, race 9, 32,000. Let's see this at the half.
But the rail is seriously Hanover 3/4 in 123, turning home. Which way to the beach on that lead? Just about 3/4 of a length in front. Here's Jabberwocky. Jabberwocky lets him have it on the outside. Jabberwocky on the outside. Which way to the beach at the rail? Digs in. Here, brushing up late comes Emmett's Buddy now. Emmett's Buddy getting airborne for Borth on the outside, and it's Emmett's Buddy reaching up to win. Emmett's Buddy in front. Jabberwocky second. Third went to Which Way to the Beach in 150.
Yeah, 150 for the year 2024 debut for the Manitoba bred Emmett's Buddy. Big win there. On Monday at Woodbine Mohawk Park, one driver gets a grand slam, and that was James McDonald. He'd win the first race with Tokyo Sealster in 154 and 2. That's the highlight up there. He'd also get the early daily double with Royal Regatta in 154 and 3. Wins by a nose in that one. And he'd also win race 4 and 5. Race 4 with Widmere Roll and Pop in 151 and 4. And he would also win race 5 with Eternally Hanover in 155 flat. And that's everything from Woodbine Mohawk Park. I'm actually going to have to take a quick break here. We are going to be right back. And when I come back, I will have Cal Expo, Harris, Philadelphia, Western Fair, all the action from Yonkers and more Just got to take a quick breather here. Don't go anywhere. It's Harness News Update. Hello, sorry, we're back for the second half here of the show. We're gonna kick things off with Cal Expo had racing on Friday and Sunday. On Friday, they had a couple of stake races. One stake race, sorry. The 4-year-old California side for 4-year-old pacing mares was race 4. Pick this up at the half mile. See how it ends.
Through 59 seconds, 29-4 for the second quarter. Wild Blue Wonder bleeds it by a length and a quarter. In the pocket in second is Made of Mischief with a rush, a furious rush. Here comes Sonalta Token, and right now Cutting's going to try to steal the race, but on the inside, Wild Blue Wonder digs in. This is good for Made of Mischief, who's on the inside in third. Will Luke Plano try to sneak her to the outside? The answer, yes. But up front, Made of Mischief is going to have to catch Sonalta Token, who leads it a length. 3 quarters, 1:28-2, 29-2 for the third quarter. Sonalta Token has the lead. The advantage is a length and a half. 3 wide and starting to gain is Made of Mischief, looking for a seam, is Got You by the short hairs, and she finds it, and here she comes. But right now it's still Sonalta Token. Got You by the short hairs inside, outside, closing ground through the stretches. Made of Mischief, tight. It looked like Got You by the short hairs over Made of Mischief. Then Sonalta Token, followed by Wild Blue Wonder in 1:56.
So it was 1:56-1, and it was Got You by the short hairs, winning there with James Kennedy in the bike. And that would actually be his third of 4 wins on the day. There was also the open pace, 8,000 up for grabs, one race later in race 5. Let's watch this, the last quarter here. Watch the stretch.
Roman Reagan Blue Chip starts to move 3 wide. 3 quarters, 1:24 flat, 28-2 for the third quarter. It's still Officer Jim with the lead. Unfiltered on the outside, up the inside of Major Roman. Reagan Blue Chip is gaining ground with Handsome Harvey at mid-stretch. Reagan Blue Chip has a narrow lead. Unfiltered's going monster mile on the outside, gaining ground through the stretches. Handsome Harvey, here's the wire. Reagan Blue Chip in 1:52-2.
Yeah, big win there by Reagan Blue Chip. Nick Rowland was in the bike at 5:20. There was actually a dead heat between Officer Jim and Unfiltered for second place. And then race 6, 7,700 up for grabs in the open trot. Pride Crest wins at 5-1 and 1:55-4. But let's see how this ends.
Kicks out the earplugs on Pride Crest. 3 quarters, 1:26-4, 29 seconds for the third quarter. Pride Crest 2.5 lengths to the good. Lewis gets his earplugs kicked out in his second. On the outside, Jack Rabbit Slim's going to have to develop wings to catch the leader, Pride Crest, and Pride Crest is long gone. It's Pride Crest with the lead, then Jack Rabbit Slim's closing, but he's going to run out of time. Pride Crest to win it. Jack Rabbit Slims was second. Mandeville was third in 1:55-4.
Yeah, and then we'll move on to Sunday at Cal Expo. Another California sire stake, this time the 4-year-old Colt and Gelding. It was race 6, 20,000 up for grabs. Let's see it at the half.
That goes in 57-2, 28-1 for the second quarter, probably around 27-4 for Doug's Monkey Business, who leads at a length and a quarter. Been a Mystery is second and anxious, and unused third is Polar Storm. They race to the middle of the final turn. The leader is Doug's Monkey Business by a length and a half. Been a Mystery is second, still on hold, and third is Polar Storm. 5/16, less than a mile to go. And from third, here comes Polar Storm. He's a little wide. He has to catch Doug's Monkey Business. 3 quarters in, 1:27 flat, 29-3 with the third quarter. They should come rolling home, and up on the outside, here comes Polar Storm. Polar Storm with a flourish takes the lead. Been a mystery, 3 wide and gaining. Down along the inside, Doug's Monkey Business. It's Polar Storm with the lead. On the outside, Been a Mystery's closing. Polar Storm and Been a Mystery. Polar Storm wins it. Been a Mystery second. Doug's
Yeah, pretty tight finish there for only a field of 3. Polar Storm does win it in 154-2, just beating out Been a Mystery. And Doug's Monkey Business wasn't too far back. Little Baby Blue did scratch 6. There was supposed to be a field of 4, but ultimately it was just the 3. Next thing we'll look at was the Fillies and Mare free-for-all, the Kirk Breed free-for-all pace for Fillies and Mares, 12,500 up for grabs. This had a fuller field of 7. Let's see how it ends here.
3 quarters on the board. Would you believe 122-4, 28-2 for the third quarter, and Divine Art has taken over the lead and draws clear. Blinded by the Light moves up on the outside, way on the outside, closing ground through the stretch is Give Me This Dance. Up the inside, Graceful Horizon is flying. Graceful Horizon, Blinded by the Light, far outside, Give Me This Dance. Graceful Horizon wins it. Going to be close for second between Blinded by the Light, a huge Divine Art, and Give Me This Dance in 151-2.
Yeah, it was Graceful Horizon and Nick Rowland getting the win there in the free-for-all. There was also 2 drivers to get, decent wins here. Luke Plato gets the hat trick. He first wins race 1 with Mickey's Magic Ride in 153-1. Then he would win race 4 here with Sonalta Fire Dragon at 6-1 in 150-4. He trains this pacer as well, a 6-year-old by Custer the Dragon. And then he would get his third win, Plano, in race 9 with TSS Hot House in 157 flat. Jacob Cutting would also get a grand slam. His first win would come race 3 with Heaven's Gonna Rock in 152-2. He wouldn't get another win till race 8 with Forever Better in 155-4. He'd also win race 11 with G. Willikers in 153-1 and gets his 4th and final win with Beckham's Fancy Star in 157 flat. On to Harris, Philadelphia. I couldn't think of what track was up next. Friday and Saturday. On Friday, 2 drivers get hat tricks, and the first is Dave Miller. Gets his first in race 2 with Tyrone in 155-4. Race 7, which is up on the screen right now for you, at 7-1 with Warden Express. He also win race 8 with the Izzy Estrada trained Prince McCardle in 152-4. Tim Tetrick would also get a hat trick. He'd get his first win in race 4 with OBJ in 155 flat. His second win comes in race 10 with Divine Right in 152-3. And race 13 would be his final win with Faherty in 154-1. Then racing would be back at Harris, Philadelphia on Monday. One driver gets a hat trick on Monday, and that is Todd McCarthy. He gets his first win on the day in race 3 with Better Not Talk in 153 flat. He then would win race 7 with Trooper at 4-1 in 153 flat. And race 14 was hat trick time with Literal Lad Hanover in 154-1. Move on to Western Fair. Had racing Friday and Monday. On Friday, 2 drivers could only pick up 2 wins. The first is Ryan DeRoche. He would win race 3 at 27-1 with Sky Velocity and 202 flat, a 4-year-old mare by Keystone Velocity. Big win there. Then he would get his second win, race 6 with Dylan Dubel wins by nose on that one in 2:04 and 3. A 4-year-old gelding by Whelan and Dealin. And then the other driver to win 2 on Friday was Garrett Rooney. His first win comes in race 4 with Chauvana in 2:01 and 2. His second win would come in race 10 at 8-1 with State of Treasure in 1:58 and 3. This is a 6-year-old by State Treasurer getting the job done there. And then let's go on to Yonkers Friday night. This is it. Fifth and final leg of the Blue Chip. Oh, sorry, I forgot Monday. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Forgot Monday at Western Fair first. We'll do that, obviously, and then we'll get on to Yonkers. Monday, three drivers could pick up 2 wins first. Here is, Colin Kelly. Yeah, Colin Kelly gets the win in race 4 and 5. Race 4 there with LA Sun Control in 1:56 and 2. He'd also win race 5 with PL Oliver in what would be the preferred. And then he would also win, Travis Henry would win 2. Race 3 would be his first one with Night Swing in 2 minutes even. A 3-year-old colt by McWicked. He'd also win race 6 with Better Be Gouda in 1:54 and 4. And then the last driver to pick up 2 would be Lauren House. He would win race 8 with Pembroke Legacy in 1:55 and 3. And then he would also win the last race of the card with Mr. Cheeseman in 1:56 and 1. Now we're going to move on to Yonkers on Friday night, the 5th and final leg of the Blue Chip Matchmaker. There was 2 splits going into this. Both were 20,000. First one was race 5. We'll pick this up at the half and see how it ends.
Tracks along in second, also looking for her first win in the series. Tony's Mom in line third, looks for her second win. Next to the inside in the fourth is Sal El Sol in advance of True Blue Hanover, who's scooting off the cones now from 5th. Staying to the inside, Man Don't Forget Me, in the back 2 AVF Claren, in case you didn't know. To 3/4 they go, and Coachella Bound still fronts this field. Karma Sealster tracks along in second. Tony's Mom is locked down in third. Is up on the outside. True Blue Hanover continues to inch in first over. Second over with cover is Man Don't Forget Me as they pass by 3/4 and 1:25 and 1. Far turn final time. Coachella Bound looks to seal the deal. Karma Sealster is traveling well from the pocket in second, though. True Blue Hanover from third continues to move forward as they come to the top of the stretch of spin for home. It's Coachella Bound. Coachella Bound is still there, but Karma Sealster from between horses. And on the far outside, True Blue Hanover is coming onto the scene late, but it's still Coachella Bound close to home, and Coachella Bound sees it through. Got to tight then. Karma Sealster was second, tight for third, and 1:53 and 3.
Yeah, 1:53 and 3 there for Coachella Bound. Yannick Gingras was in the bike. Coachella Bound would finish third in points and officially and earn a spot into the finals. Karma Sealster finished second, would actually finish 7th in points, and Tony's Mom would finish in that 8th and final spot for points. In case you didn't know, was also in this field, finished 7th, but doesn't matter, was good enough to finish 5th in points. Is there anyone else in that? And that's everyone in that field to finish in the top 8 in points. Now we'll move on to the second split, race 9. Let's see how it ends.
Here in 56 and 2. Up top, it is Alita Rose and Pat LaChance looking for a third win here in the Blue Chip Matchmaker, leading the way. Racine Bell, she picked up her first win in the series last week. She looks for another now, ahead of the final, as they make their way past the 5/8 pole and towards 3/4 now. Up on the outside, here comes Doug's Babe first up. She's also looking for her second win of the series as these three head to 3/4 together. It's Lita Rose at the inside with the lead. They make their way past 3/4 in 1:25.1. Far turn final time, and Lita Rose looks to seal the deal. Doug's Babe on the outside is taking over second. That is still Racine Bell, who's locked in the box from third. From fourth, second over, it's Jive Dancing. As they come to the top of the stretch, it's Lita Rose. Lita Rose still in front, but to the outside, Doug's Babe still coming forward. Racine Bell just waits race room there, locked in the box from third still. As they come through the stretch, it's Lita Rose, and Lita Rose is a winner. Tight second, it's Doug's Babe over Racine Bell in 1:53.2.
Yeah, so if you notice there, Racine Bell finished third by just a nose to Doug's Babe, and that would be a big finish there for because Racine Bell would actually finish ninth, just a couple points short of Tony's mom, who just was raced earlier. So Racine Bell finished ninth in points, but Lita Rose, your winner, finished first in points, and Doug's Babe, who finished second in this race, was second in points. We also had Delightful Catherine in this race, who finished fifth. She would be fourth in points. So here, your unofficial top 8. Lita Rose is 1. Doug's Babe is 2. Coachella Bound is 3. Delightful Catherine is 4. In case you didn't know, is 5. Michaela is 6. Karma Seelster is the 7. And Tony's mom is 8th in points, with Racine Bell being the 9th, just missing out. And I'll have the full preview of the final on Friday's shows. I believe both finals go on next Monday, but I'll have the preview for this, and along with the Borgata, which we're going to talk about in 1 second on Friday's show. Now let's move on to the Borgata. 3 splits in this one. First one was race 2, 50,000 up for grabs in each, a lot on the line. Let's pick it up at the half.
Breather there for what Stanley got. In the pocket is the plan. Coming out of third off the cones, here comes Rock and Roll Runa. He gives live cover to the favorite. Please let me know. Shuffled along the cones is Rock and Roll Runa. That's Venturesome Arden first up, attacking what Stanley got right now. What Stanley got just pulled the plugs, did Brennan. 3/4 and 1:24.1. Venturesome Arden turns up the pressure and just went by what Stanley got. Venturesome Arden a half length. Trying to fight back as what Stanley got. Nothing yet from Please Let Me Know. Shuffled back as This Is the Plan. Off the turn. Bartlett goes to work on Venturesome Arden. He responds and opens up a length and a half. What Stanley got trying to hold place over Please Let Me Know. And This Is the Plan. No doubt about the winner. Venturesome Arden. Persistence pays. He wins leg 5 by 2. Tight for...
Yeah, Venturesome Arden wins in 1:51.1 with Jason Bartlett in the bike. Unfortunately, it doesn't finish in the top 8 in points, even though getting the big win. What Stanley got a finished second. He is 6th in points as of right now. Please Let Me Know was not in the top. Finished third, was not in the top 8 of points. This Is the Plan. Also finished 4th, was not in the top 8. But Rock and Roll Runa finished 5th and will finish 5th in points going forward there. The next split was race 9. So a lot of horses here in this one. Only a couple horses in this one finished in the top 8. A lot of spaces left up for grabs. Let's see the second split.
Half at 56.1. Moving right along on the front end, that's Duncan. Duncan, a length and a half. Backstreet Shadow creeps closer in second. Covered Bridges third. Then Hemsworth. Coach's Corner and Semi-Tough. Single file up the backstretch the second and final time. Duncan has maintained a length and a half lead. Backstreet Shadow tries to get closer in second. Covered Bridges third, 3/4, 1:23.3. They're on the final turn. Duncan out of the pocket, pops Backstreet Shadow, trying to keep paces. Covered Bridge from the back. Coach's Corners in fourth. Off the turn and into the stretch. Teatrix all over Duncan. Backstreet Shadow and Kakali cruise up and cruise on by. Backstreet Shadow looking for back-to-back. Duncan not going down without a fight. Far outside Coach's Corner. Backstreet Shadow. Coach's Corner got him. Coach's Corner got him from off the pace tonight at 7.
Yeah, Coach's Corner gets the job done in 1:51.2 with Jason Bartlett there, and solidifies a third place in the points. Backstreet Shadow finished second was unable to get into the top 8 in points. Duncan finished 3rd, sits 4th in points. Hemsworth finished 4th, not in the top 8. Covered Bridge finished 5th, sits 7th in points, and Semi-Tough was 6th and unable to get in the top 8 in points. So we got one last split left. Let's see how it ends.
Over Hullabaloo through a 56 and 2.5. Then Strength from Above and Bartlett a third. He looks to sweep all 3 legs of this division tonight. 4th, Leonidas. 5th, Ideal Some Magic. 6th, Front of the Beach. Everyone stayed on the cone so far. They go to 3/4. Line Drive, Hanover. Hullabaloo breathing down his neck. First up, here's Leonidas from 4th. Around Strength from Above. Ideal Some Magic back pedals. Nothing from Front of the Beach. 3/4, 124 and 2. The field's on the final turn. Line Drive, Hanover. Looking to run up the score right now. He just put 3 lengths between him and Hullabaloo. Strength from Above at the cones. Leonidas outside. Off the turn. Line Drive, Hanover. Making mincemeat of his rivals tonight. It's all Line Drive, Hanover. Never in doubt. Hullabaloo, second by a length. It could have been a lot more. Final time for the mile was 150.
So I cut off there, 151 and 2. Line Drive Hanover makes mincemeat. I like that call. And Line Drive Hanover finishes 2nd in points, just behind Desperate Man, who didn't even need to race in leg 5. Finishes 1st. Hullabaloo finished 2nd and actually would claim the 8th and final spot in this one. No one else in this field looks to finish in the top 8. So your top 8 in points right now is Desperate Man, Line Drive Hanover, Coach's Corner, Duncan, Rock and Roll Runa, What Stanley Got, Covered Bridge, and Hullabaloo. And I'll have this preview on Friday's show, along with the Blue Chip Matchmaker. And those both will go down next Monday at Yonkers. Now we got Pocono Downs, the Bobby Weiss Series, Leg 2. Continue this weekend. Leg 2 of the 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers on Saturday. The first one we'll look at. Let's pick up the first race 1 here at the 3/4 mark.
Quarter-mile marker, 123 and 4, 28 and 1, third panel. Reggie the 4th on top. Pompeo maybe inching a bit closer, while Better Make-A-Wish has dropped back on the inside. Easy Lou looking to spin out wide. They round the turn to the top of the stretch. Reggie the 4th opens it up wide now for Matt Kakali, out to 4 lengths. Nothing from Pompeo any longer. Inside Texas Hold'em, outside Easy Lou, but Reggie the 4th, Matt making sure here. Decisive move at the top of the lane to separate. Reggie the 4th wins for fun by about 5 1/4. Into second late was Texas Hold'em with Pompeo 3rd.
It was 153 flat for Reggie the 4th. A couple of races later was leg 4. Captain Caveman wins here in 151 and 4. Let's see how he wins it.
27 and 3, third panel. Fractions remain quick here. Sweet Beach Life by a length and a half over Captain Caveman. Dreambird on the outside now fading as Port Royal Hanover looks for room to come off the pylons from 3rd. Top of the stretch, Sweet Beach Life there by a length and a quarter. Captain Caveman dives to the inside and is gaining now. And outside Port Royal Hanover is full of pace. Captain Caveman coming up on Sweet Beach Life. It's Captain Caveman even. Captain Caveman in front. Captain Caveman with the win by a nose. Sweet Beach Life denied.
And then the third division was won by Supplemental Fee in 153 flat. Let's check it out.
24 and 2, 27 and 2, third panel. Supplemental Fee on top, but now out comes Cruisin' America. Ain't no stopping time, had to slow as Lil Bliss faltered. Further back to Twigs Pub outside 4th. Top of the stretch, and now it's Cruisin' America coming up alongside Supplemental Fee. On the inside, Ain't No Stopping Time gaining momentum now. Far back, Twigs Pub trying to get there. Supplemental Fee is still there. Cruisin' America, one last lunge. Supplemental Fee goes a monster mile, parked all the way here for the victory. Cruisin' America second, Ain't No Stopping Time third, and then a photo.
Yeah, and then let's go on to the race 8, Southwind Celsius at 24 to 1, Braxton Boyd. Let's see it.
fast on the back, 27-3 with a win. As Tin Cup Chalice able to shove back I'm a Captain, but Hurricane Justin still there in the pocket. Southwind Celsius third and has been saving ground all the way. He's just 2.5 away. Top of the stretch, Tin Cup Chalice by a length. Out of the pocket, Hurricane Justin trying to get to him. Further back, Southwind Celsius. Tin Cup Chalice looking to hold on to that lead. Southwind Celsius is coming up quick at the line. Tin Cup Chalice says Southwind Celsius gets there, rallying in an upset for Braxton Boyd.
Then the next one, race Ted Bonaparte in 153 and 2 with Gio Napolitano Jr. Let's check it out.
Quarters 125-3, much faster on the back, 27-3. Bonaparte responding to the challenge of Captain Hansen, accelerating away from him. Target acquired back into second on the inside, and also Rochester Flash sneaking through on the inside. Top of the stretch, Bonaparte looking to finish what he started. Target acquired all out, gaining slightly here. It's Bonaparte and Target acquired. Bonaparte by a long neck. Bonaparte going to do it again here, and the Weiss gets it by a little less than a half length. Target acquired was gained, but finishes second. Further back, Rochester Flash third.
And then the last split for the three-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers here for leg 2 was race 12, Howlin' the Hills in 152 and 1 in Macacali for Travis Alexander. Gets the win. Let's see how it looks though.
Howlin' and Hills really picked up the pace there, now extends the lead to 2 over Spring Blake. It's Annie Up Hanover's been saving ground all the way, looks to come out third. Further back, Money Exchange fourth. Top of the stretch, and Howlin' the Hills looking strong here, leads by 3 lengths. On the inside is Spring Blake. Further back, Annie Up Hanover moving to the outside, but Howlin' the Hills extending the lead at the end. It's going to be another easy win in the series for Howlin' the Hills, wins by 4 1/4. Spring Blake held on for second, Annie Up Hanover third, Money Exchange fourth. They were all well back of Howlin' the Hills, 1.
And now let's move on to the leg 2 for the 3-year-old Philly Pace. Only 4 splits here. Race 3 was the first one. Beautiful Roz wins in 154 and 3 with Jack Peeling in the bike for Brett Peeling. Let's see how it ends though.
7-3 third panel. Sweet Illusion tough on the inside, not giving it up easily here. 2 Beautiful Roz. It's about 3.5 back to pull through. Vicky Hill trying to get back into it out wide as they come around the turn. They come to the top of the stretch. Beautiful Roz battling here with Sweet Illusion. Beautiful Roz by Justin O's. Sweet Illusion not done. Vicky Hill closing very well. And now Beautiful Roz steps out in front as Sweet Illusion drops back. It'll be Beautiful Roz, her third straight. She gets it done by 3 parts of a length. Sweet Illusion second. Vicky Hill after the early break came back.
And then the second division was race 7. Varsity Blue Chip wins real tight here in 156 at 6-1 over a 22-1 Costa Diva. It's a real tight. And then actually the third place, Just a Mickey Moment, wasn't that far behind either. They were all charted to finish this race in 156 flat. Let's see this crazy finish.
Third panel. Just a Mickey Moment holding sway on the outside. Varsity Blue Chip continues to improve for George Knapp, while Costa Diva engaged in the pocket third. Behind that, Baxter and Paper Heart also trying to come up. Top of the stretch, Just a Mickey Moment going to have to fend off some pursuers on the inside. Costa Diva on the outside. Varsity Blue Chip. It's still Just a Mickey Moment, but it's tight. Costa Diva inside. Varsity Blue Chip outside. Costa Diva on the inside. Varsity Blue Chip outside, I think, is the one who gets there. George Knapp and Varsity Blue Chip.
And then the third division, race 11, Claire DeLue at 19-1, and Braxton Boyd wins in 155 and 1. The favorite, Shut Up and Drive, finished just second by a couple lengths here. Let's see how it ends.
5-3, 27-3 third panel. Claire DeLue trying to get home, but now Palladio's gaining, and here comes Shut Up and Drive with a surge on the outside, with Papaya Hanover also getting back into it fourth. Top of the stretch, Claire DeLue. She's leading by a length and a half as on the outside, Shut Up and Drive seem to be making the big move, but now stalling. Palladio can't get there, and Claire DeLue going to take him every step just about here for Braxton Boyd. Claire DeLue by 3 3/4. Shut Up and Drive settles for second. It was Palladio third, Papaya Hanover fourth, as Claire DeLue smokes him on the front end in 150.
And then the fourth and final division here for the 3-year-old pacing fillies. What's Up Hanover wins in 154-2 with Jason Bartlett. Comes from off the pace, and let's see how he wins the year.
Seven and four, third panel. Petrol Queen leads it. Now a quick move there by What's Up Hanover, went right around I Wish You Were Mine, and is gaining on Petrol Queen. Also coming up there, Showboat Hanover third. Top of the stretch, Petrol Queen going to have to hold off the charge of What's Up Hanover. It's about 2 away, but gaining. Further back to Showboat Hanover, and now What's Up Hanover gaining with every step on Petrol Queen. What's Up Hanover able to chase her down. What's Up Hanover, another victory in the Weiss by a length. Petrol Queen second, Showboat Hanover third. Further back to Big City Daisy fourth. It's What's Up Hanover Jason Bartlett, 154-2.
And then we'll move on to Monday at Pocono Downs. We had the more of the Bobby Wise series. This time it's 3-year-old trotting colts, 4 divisions. First one was race 4. Mighty Deo wins at 12-1 by a neck here in 157 flat. Beats out Electric Speed also at 12-1. Menotti at 45-1. Finished 4th, but got bumped up to 3rd, while the favorites, Shermont finished 3rd, bumped to 4th. Wellington Hanover, the betting favorite, finished 5th. Some big upsets here. Let's see how it ends.
28-3 third panel. Electric Speed looking good here, and now off stride goes Shermont. They are just falling by the wayside. Mighty Deo is second now. Menotti, who broke earlier, is third, and Alex Palim is still off stride. Top of the stretch, this war of attrition coming to a close, and now Electric Speed is starting to tire. Mighty Deo comes up on the outside. Electric Speed trying to hold him off. Mighty Deo and Justin Huckabone going to pull off a big upset here. Mighty Deo for his maiden victory by a head. Electric Speed led much of the way, settles for second, and a couple horses who broke come back on in the
Yeah, another big upset in the second division. Captain Highliner at 32-1 gets the job done. Tyler Buter in the bike for trainer Jennifer Moreno gets the win here in 154-3. The favorite, Do Mischief, did finish second, and the co-favorite, I Beloved, finished 3rd. But another one of the co-favorites, all these horses that co-favorites are around 2-1, Always Be Elvis, broke and finished 7th, while another horse, it's a lot of breaking here in the young trotters, but it was a 32-1 upset. Let's see how he does it.
.28-2 third panel. Victor Laszlo on top. Now a charge on the outside by Custom Fit. Wall Street Edge still lurking in the pocket, a length and a half back, and well back to Newport Dreams in 4th. They come around the turn to the top of the stretch. Victor Laszlo hoping to salt this away. Wall Street Edge comes to the outside trying to rally as Custom Fit couldn't sustain his bid in 3rd. Victor Laszlo sustaining his bid though, up front and strong, and Victor Laszlo gets it done as a heavy 1-9er here by 2.5 for Mark McDonald. Wall Street Edge tracked all the way in 2nd, Custom Fit 3rd, Newport Dreams 4th. Victor Laszlo stays perfect this year and gets it done in 155-4.
And then the third division was won by Black Hot Zeet in 154-2 with Makakali in the bike. Let's see how it ends.
25-4, 28-2 third panel. 4 6s, and now on the outside, all too well is even. Blackhawk Zet second over in good pouncing position. Meanwhile, Lamtara, see if he has another move from the pocket. Around the turn to the top of the stretch. 4 6s dealing with all too well. Blackhawk Zet comes out wide. Lamtara on the inside. Blackhawk Zet far on the outside is trotting best of all here. Matt Kakali, Blackhawk Zet going to do it again, trotting away to win it by 2 1/4 lengths. On the inside, Lamtara got through for second. 4 6s back to third. All too well was fourth. Blackhawk Zet rallying in 154.
Yeah, Blackhawk Zet, not Zat. And then Hussein Hanover wins the last and final one with Dexter Dunn. Here it is.
8-1 third panel. And right now, Usain Hanover could make this one a laugher. The lead is out to 5 now. Tighten Your Grip not showing in second. Still going green at the pylon. Same with Town Branch in fourth. Top of the stretch, and now Usain Hanover just a matter of staying flat as his lead is out to 6.5, maybe 7. Tighten Your Grip is there further back to going green, but they could race to the 12th of never and not catch Usain Hanover with Dexter Dunn coasting home to win by 7 1/4. Tighten Your Grip does hold on for second. Then it was Town Branch third, Modelo fourth, and he's.
Now we'll move on to Cumberland Raceway. Had racing on Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, Dan DeLand gets 4. His first win would come in race 4 with Fomore in 2:06 and 3. He'd also win race 7 with J.S. Payton in 2:02 flat. Wins that one by 10 lengths. He'd also win back-to-back races, race 10 and 11. Last 2 of the day. Race 10 with Granny's Girl in 1:59 and 1, and Grand Gallop Samala here in 2:01 flat, ending the day. On to Sunday. 2 drivers of note. The first is Sean Thayer. He would win 3. He would win the first race of the day with Oaxaca Johnny in 1:57 and 3. He wouldn't get another win till race 9. With Rod's Beach in 1:57 and 2. And then he would win race 11, the last race of the day, with It's Above Me Now in 1:58 and 4. Dan DeLand would get Grand Slam on Sunday. He'd get his first win with Miss You Big Mike in race 2. He would also win back-to-back starting in race 7 with Bowmaster in 1:58 and 1, and race 8 with the Bird Dance in 1:55 and 3. And then he would get the Grand Slam race 4 with Next Big Thing in 1:59 and 3. Here's the highlight. 6-year-old gelding by Shadow Play. The favorite here winning. On to Northfield Park racing Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, Fillies and Mares open pace, race 11, 18,500 up for grabs. Let's pick it up at the 3/4 station, see how it ends.
Off 3/4 in 1:25 and 3, 28 backside. Back into the far turn they go. A Delightful Act, the leader, Lideo. Racing second, Tiny Bit of Sky shooting through at the inside to be third. Then it's a 3 wide. Think of Galaxies as the Gypsy Queen calls it an evening. Less than an eighth of a mile to go, and a Delightful Act to catch. She's still finding on the front. Lideo pops the deuce now, trying to get to a Delightful Act who's got the lead. Lideo, then Tiny Bit of Sky and Cyclone Sister. A Delightful Act in front and center. Then Lideo, Tiny Bit of Sky, and Think of Galaxies, 1:54 and 2.
Yeah, Delightful Act with Hunter Myers gets the win there in the Fillies and Mares open pace. Also on Saturday, Justin Irvin gets a hat trick. All was near the end of the card. He gets his first win in race 12 with Lady Rita in 1:55 flat. He would also win race 14 with Ilana R in 1:59 and 2 here at 4-1. And he'd win race 15 with Just a Bit of Charm in 1:57 and 1. He got the late daily double. He's pretty favored at a $1 late daily double, pays $8.40. So nothing too crazy. On to Sunday, open pace, race 11. Let's pick this up at the 3/4 mark and see how it ends as well.
A sharp 1:23 and 1. They're back into the far turn. Mull of Kintyre leads the way. Never Fear Lloyd is here. Birthday! How'd he get off the rail? He's 3 wide and marching home for Wren. With an eighth of a mile left to go, Mull of Kintyre has the lead, but not for long as Birthday, ranging up on the outside, has all the momentum, and here he comes. Birthday is swept to the front. Mull of Kintyre down at the inside. Then it's One Last Laugh. It's Birthday and Ronnie Wren Jr. Then Mull of Kintyre and One Last Laugh, 1:52 and 4.
Yeah, big win there by Birthday. Was the favorite at 1:52 and 4. Ronnie Wren Jr., that's actually his second of 3. He would also win races 7 and 15. But Aaron Merriman gets a big day on Sunday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins. And his last one coming, the last race of the day with Oberlin in 1:55 and 4. A 9-year-old gelding by Pet Rock. Merriman would also win the first 2 races of the day. Filthy, McNasty, and then race 2 with Ego Trippin', an early daily double. $1 paid $2.80. I think everyone saw that. He would also win races 6, 8, 10, 12, and of course 16, which we just watched. The last track, I believe, from north of the border we'll cover, Flamborough Downs on Saturday. One driver picked up 2, and that's Anthony Huhan. He would win race 6 and 9. Race 6 with Only the Good Die Young, wins by a neck in that one in 156 and 2. That was an 8-1 upset. Here in race 9, though, a 9-1 upset. Caesar's Shot, 156 and 2. On to Sunday at Flamborough Downs. 3 drivers were able to get 2 wins. The first is Brett McDonald. He won the first race of the day with Keystone Catalyst in 158 and 3. He'd get his second win, race 7, with Lady All-Star in 159 and 4. A couple times forgot to mute today. This is Brett McDonald's second win here. Lady All-Star, 159 and 4. A 4-year-old mare by My MVP. Scott Coulter would also win 2. He'd get his first win in race 2 with Maya Holiday in 203 and 2. This was a 10-1 upset for the 4-year-old mare by Holiday Road. Big win there. And that is the highlight. There was an inquiry. Didn't seem to change the order of finish by the looks of it. But Coulter would also win race 10 with Hugh Heff in 156 and 1. A 4-year-old gelding by Better Than Cheddar. And the last driver we'll look at Flamborough Downs on Sunday, Samuel Filion gets 2 wins. He'd win race 3 with Fast Resolution in 201 and 4 at 8-1 upset. And that's the highlight we're going to put up on the screen for you here. 8-1 upset for the 3-year-old filly by Resolve. Filion would also win race 4 with the favorite Run Like Hill. Wins by a neck in that one in 158 and 1. A 7-year-old gelding by Muscle Hill. Move on to Shenandoah Downs. Had racing Saturday and Sunday. No replays, but we'll go real quick here over Saturday. Sure I got the right thing up. Yep, Saturday. One driver gets a hat trick, and that was William Carter. He would win race 3 to start things off with Cambellini in 158 and 3 at 9-1. He'd also win race 5 with Speaking of Coffee, 4-1 upset, minor upset there, and win race 10 with Road Grace Missile in 205 and 1 at 12-1. There was also an amateur race, the United States Harness Racing Jumping Club amateur race 2. Baltimore Jack won at 6-1 with Scott Woogan in the bike there. And that's on Saturday. On to Sunday. One driver got a hat trick, and that was Tyler Shahan. He would win race 3 with Leroy Skippin School in 156 and 3. He'd also win race 7 on Sunday with Urban Kemp in 2 minutes and 3/5. And his last and final win would come race 11 with Swordsman in 158 and 1. That's everything from Shenandoah Downs. Move on to Saratoga. Had racing Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. On Saturday, one driver gets 5 wins again. We talked to him about it last week. He could only pick up 5, and that is Brett Beckwith. He would win race 5 with Big Idea. Then he would go race 6 with Little Willie at 5-1. He'd also win race 8 at Ahi Sunshine in 153 and 2. And then he would win race 10, the last 2 races of the day, starting in race 10 with You Are My Rock in 155 and 4, and race 11, Adrenaline Rush in 157 and 2. And race 6, the one that you just watched there, was the considered the open pace at 15,000. Little Willie wins in 154 flat. There's also the open trot on Sunday. at Saratoga. Race 6. Let's pick this up at the 3/4 mark and see how it ends.
Go for Free Willy Hanover, followed by Tincha Blue Chip. 3/4, 127-4 as they whip around the final turn, and it's Discus Hanover there a length. On the inside, Cash Me Out, charging latest, Pay Me Tonight as they're in the stretch. And the lead still belongs to Discus Hanover, but on the far outside comes Free Willy Hanover. On the inside, it's Cash Me Out, and it's going to be Free Willy Hanover in front. They're five across the track, 157-4.
Yeah, Free Willy Hanover gets the job done there with Chris Long at 5-1, and that would actually be his second of 3 wins on the day. He would also win race 2 and race 10. But let's go back to Brett Beckwith. He adds 4 more on Sunday. Race 3 is his first. Cupid Express at 13-1 and 158-2. He'd also win race 4 with Busting with Pride in 157. Race 7 was the hat trick for Chaphart, and race 11 was Grand Slam time with $1 Million Dream in 157-4. On Monday at Saratoga, Jim DeVoe gets 3 wins. Race 5 was his first. He won race 5 with Nicholas Blue Chip. Then he would win race 7 with Play and Bad in 159-4. Wins and nose in that one. And race 10 here, 2-1 by Tactical Land in 2 minutes and 4/5. I think I misspoke earlier. I thought Flamborough was the last Canadian track. Got to fit Rideau Carleton in here. They had racing just on Sunday. A couple drivers of note. Guy Gagnon gets a Grand Slam. He wins this first race with the Nuckshook Sally in race 2 in 156-3. He'd also win race 4 with All-Star Cheddar in 155-2. Race 8 was hat-trick time for Guy Gagnon with Beach Journey in 155-2. And race 11, the last race of the day, 9-1 upset. Show Me the Magic. Trots here, wins by a nose, 159 flat. And then also Jimmy Gagnon gets 3. He'd get his first win, race 3, with Wish You'd Tell Me in 159-3. He'd also win race 5. This is a 13-1 upset with Skyler in 156 flat. And he'd also win race 9 with Get Your License, Liam, in 157-1. Now that wraps up the Canadian tracks for realsies this time. Miami Valley Raceways next Sunday and Monday racing. On Sunday, the Fillies Mares Open Pace Race 10, 34 grand up for grabs. Let's see how it ends.
Paper Page coming 3 wide. Anthem. And to the inside, it's Mossdale Lottie at a treacherous 122-4, 27-3. Backside, Kentucky Lady with the lead. Marlowe Hanover continuing to inch in. Ocean Music third. Center of the track, Pen Paper Page outside. Anthem, they drive for the wire. Kentucky Lady digging in. Marlowe Hanover still closing. Kentucky Lady hangs on to win it. For Marlowe Hanover, Pen Paper Page, and Anthem 150.
That was Kentucky Lady in 151-2. Kane Kaufman in the bike there. 2 drivers. One got a hat trick with Sam Widger. He'd win race 1 to start things off with Vintage. And then he would also win race 5 with So Sorry in 157-3. But race 7 here is the highlight at 4-1. Kosher Mahoney in 155-3. And then Brett Miller would actually get a Grand Slam on Sunday. He gets his first win in race 4 with No Soup tonight in 153 flat at 2-1. Race 8 would be a second win with Shadows Dancer in 153-1. Race 9, he would go win with Cheddar Cheddar in 152 flat. And race 14, last race of the day, with Ali's Treasure, wins by a neck here in 152 flat. And then Miami Valley Monday, first race of the day was the James Hackett Memorial for 3-year-old fillies. A limbs here. Let's watch how it ends.
Not by 3/4, 126. 29-2 backside. And Jurassic Hattie has taken over the lead. Inside Maxine's Hill. Outside as they come to the top of the stretch, I'm Independent. Legacy Affairs now fourth. Into the lane on their way home. It's Jurassic Hattie with the lead. 2.5 from I'm Independent. Legacy Affairs now third. Rallying fourth. Osaka Hall. It's Jurassic Hattie to take the first elimination of the James K. Hackett Memorial. 154-1.
Yeah, that was Jurassic Hattie with the win in 154-1. Brett Miller. That would actually be his first of three on the day. Oh, sorry, first three on the day. This is the open trot race 10. Let's pick it up at the 3/4 mark. As you can see, 34,000 up for grabs. I'll tell you who wins after. Let's watch.
3/4, 124, 28-2 backside. Spitfire Overseas to the lead. Rose Run Valor to the inside, outside with momentum as they come to the top of the stretch. Caviar Gold. Don't Take My Keys there as well through the stretch. It's Spitfire Overseas. Caviar Gold trying to reel him in, but Spitfire Overseas is clear. 2.5, 3. Spitfire Overseas to win it. Caviar Gold, Don't Take My Keys, and Wildfire Sealster 152-1.
Yeah, that was Spitfire Overseas. Brett Miller, that was actually his third win of the day there. He would also win the race prior, race 9, with Cast Your Crown at 24-1. There was also the Open 2 Trot, race 11. Luke Hanner's in the bike with Magical Muscle Man. Gets the win. Herman Hagerman trains this 6-year-old by Muscle Hill. Let's pick this up at the 3/4 mark.
Is Manhattan Up, No Ice. Forceful Power and Angel Nation. 124-1, 28-3. 3/4, 54K trying to go all the way. Winning ticket has had the trip. Lane of Stone digging deep, $100 bill fourth. They're off the turn on their way home, 54K. Begging for room from the pocket, trying to slide out, winning ticket. Outside, Lane of Stone shaking free and closing. Magical Muscle Man to the wire, 54K. And Magical Muscle Man in a photo, 153-2.
Now we'll move on to Monticello Raceway. The Phillies Mares Open Pace, 7,200 up for grabs. Perfect Queen and Thomas Merton takes it home for trainer Tiffany Barrett. Let's watch it.
Quarters, 127-3, 28-3, third panel. Midway around the final turn, and we have Tom Merton and Perfect Queen still in front, and now edges away by a length over Meadowbrook Krister, and they're at the top of the stretch. They turn for home with the favorite Perfect Queen. Homeward bound, Meadowbrook Krister will try once again on the inside. Perfect Queen as they come to the line, and the winner is going to go to the Queen, and it goes to Perfect Queen, who wins the Open.
Yeah, it was 156-2. That was Thomas Merton. Michael Merton gets a hat trick yesterday. He wins the first race with Shorty. Sorry. Oh, I was so bad with the sound. Roll with Shorty in the first race. He'd also win race 3 with Odds on Unicorn. And race 7 here with Hunter's Gal, 2 minutes and 3 was the favorite there, getting the win there. And then yesterday we'll look at Oak Grove. And remember to look at my picks today for Oak Grove. Their post time is coming up in like 20 minutes. Better get those bets in. But Oak Grove will kick things off. Race 1 was the United States Hardest Racing Driving Club here. Let's watch at the 3/4 mark and see who wins it.
And luck along the inside. Lose Delights had the easiest trip. On the far outside, Business Check has been 3 wide a long way, but still has some pace. Mock Diesel slipping up the inside between horses fourth, and it's 3 lengths back to stick with Kramer. They turn for home. It's She's a Fireball, who's still on top by 2. Topville Rockin' Luck trying to get to him second. Along the inside, Lose Delight is third. From the outside, Business Check is fourth, but in mid-stretch, it's still She's a Fireball. She's a Fireball to win it.
Yeah, She's a Fireball with Cassidy Witten in the bike, wins in 7-1 and 154-4. There was another United States Harness Racing Driving Club race 7. Let's pick this one up near the end and see how it ends.
win. They've got 3 on the field. Swiss Bank Hanover still driving on the inside from second. From way, way back, here comes Rockin' M. He's picking them up and laying them down. 3/4, 126 and 4/5. They've got an eighth of a mile apace. It's still the Michael Mesa train snap call. He's all alone. Peter looks back and waves bye-bye to this field. It's snap call, wire to wire. Up for second will be Rockin' M from way back. Appeared to be South.
Yeah, it was snap call with Peter Kleinhans in the bike, 155 and 1. We also have the two opens. First, the Philly Mare Open pace, 30,000, race 4. You know what? Southwind Bella wins by a few lengths. Devon Tharp's in the bike for trainer Ron Burke, but let's see how it ends.
Keep My Secret Sevens. They continue past 3/4, 125 and 1. And Southwind Bella has continued to lead it by 3.5. Ms. Denosis Bluegrass trying to get a little bit closer in second. Better Double Flip will need racing room from third. So All a Good Night on the outside is fourth. They turn home, and it's Southwind Bella with a 3-length lead. Ms. Denosis Bluegrass is second. Up the inside, Better Double Flip, but it's Southwind Bella to win it. Southwind Bella gets it done. Ms. Denosis Bluegrass was second, and Better Double Flip third in 152 and 1.
And then the open pace, 30,000, no losing, wins at 10-1 here. Let's see how it ends.
No losing on top of the field by a length on the outside. Musketeer Hanover won't go away in second. ShamWow along the inside third. This Kit Rocks continues to advance on the outside, now ready to swing 3 wide from fourth. Further out, Low Rider is fifth, but they turn for home. No losing is trying to go all the way on the front end. Musketeer Hanover coming to him. Far outside, This Kit Rocks. No losing. Won't lose today. Musketeer Hanover was second. This Kit Rocks third. ShamWow fourth. We'll have.
And that's everything from Oak Grove. We'll move on to Plain Ridge. Guy we've talked about, and like I said, I interviewed him on Friday. If you want to check that out, Brett Beckwith gets 4 more, this time at Plain Ridge. He gets his first win of the day in race 1 at 2-1 with General Ward. He'd also win race 5 with Odds On Lauderdale. And then race 7, Sofer in 153 and 2. And race 10 here at 11-1, N Express wins by a neck in 156 and 2. Again, Brett Beckwith. And then the last track we'll look at, Harrington Open pace, 22,500 up for grabs. Here it is at the 3/4 mark. Let's end the show off with a good finish here and see how it ends.
Around on the cards, they go by 3/4, 123 and 3/5. They race around the final turn. Sprocket shakes off the big chick Magnet back into second. Live, Love, Lindy toward the inside. That's Don't Like It, Leave. Moving up into third. They're at the top of the stretch now. Sprocket comes off the turn with a 3-length lead. It's Sprocket. Live, Love, Lindy back into second, coming toward the wire. Sprocket leads it. It's Sprocket followed by Live, Love, Lindy. Sprocket's in front. Live, Love, Lindy down inside third. That'll be Don't Like It, Leave in 151 and 3.
Yeah, big win there by... Oh, sorry, I lost the page here. Sprocket, I just heard it, 151 and 3. Pat Barry in the bike for Tracy Barry. And that has all our recaps for you today. Like I said, make sure to check out my picks. You got about 15 minutes till kickoff of Oak Grove. Tomorrow I will have, what's tomorrow? Wednesday, Western Fair. Thursday, Fraser Downs. Friday, Century Downs. Saturday, Woodbine Mohawk Park. Sunday, hopefully Rideau. And Monday, I'll go back to Yonkers for the finals. But if you also want a quick preview on the show, that'll be Friday's show. But if you want to see my picks and analysis, that's Harness News Update Picks and Analysis. And you can only find that at harnesslink.com, because harnesslink.com is their presenting sponsor. And they're the only harness racing website you can truly find everything worldwide. We're also sponsored by HarnessBid, the game changer, 0 commission. So check out harnessbid.com for more. And thank you to our friends at the USTA. We'll see you on Friday, but check out my picks and analysis. Until then, bye-bye.